If you can give your name and address for the record.
I'm
Thank
Jim
you.
Hitt, the Community Development Director for Apopka, 120 East Main Street, Apopka.
Thank you. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm okay with the CRA, the redevelopment plan or the update. The only question I have, and I guess the timing is kind of perfect for asking this question. One of the things I know that the city's planning to do with CRA dollars is to buy a parking lot between Central and Park and just south of 441 or Orange Blossom Trail. And so my question is that the property owners around that parking lot now have some ownership in the parking lot as well as the city. And so the proposal the city is putting forward, I guess, to close next week or the following week is that the city's going to buy out the partners of this parking lot. And the parking lot is basically the only parking that these commercial properties have for their businesses. So basically you're taking property that is owned by let's say a condominium association, but you're going to give these same people free access to a parking lot which will be upgraded, nice parking lot, nice lighting, so not opposed to that, but so they're basically getting to sell their property as well as get a much improved, upgraded parking lot. How do you justify that to the CRA folks?
Well, there's 15 owners, 5 of which are the city. And in order to expend CRA funds on a public-private venture for a public parking lot, it's kind of hard to expend those funds on a public venture when it benefits basically everybody in the whole downtown or anybody that comes downtown. Right now with the other 10 owners, they aren't all just those property owners that surround the parking lot. The Bank of America on the north side of 441 also is a part shareholder. So what we're proposing is to purchase the parking lot and do the renovations that can actually benefit everybody there. This way, if there was one property owner that did not want to have an event occur where we were advertising you can park at the public parking lot, they could say no. Right now, in order to do a public parking lot in our core downtown, this gives us this opportunity to clean it up and make it a safe place to actually park versus a detriment. Right now, it's basically a detriment.
Agreed. And have any idea when the last time I eat downtown quite a bit, and so park back there, and there's potholes and all that. Any idea the last time this was a new, layer of pavement was put down, asphalt?
I've been with Apopka now, as you know by now, 24, almost 25 years, and I couldn't tell you the last time it was restriped. A couple of the light poles are tipped. I believe there's 3 poles out there with 2 lights on each. One of those lights is out. Basically, there isn't one group or one entity that is actually taking care of the parking lot. By having it as a public parking lot, we'll be taking care of it and maintaining it, resurfacing it, putting in lights that are actually make it seem safe at night. Or at dusk if we have a late meeting across the street at City Hall or at the community center. So we are definitely, and it is part of the original plan. This was supposed to be a concept parking lot, and it was actually budgeted from 1993 through 2007 for $500,000. So we are actually looking at spending pretty close to that 24 years later. So,
Commissioner, you've raised a couple questions. Can I just follow up on your questions?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So right now you have this public-private partnership. You're buying out the private partners.
Yes.
Will there be a charge for parking?
no,
So
we're going to keep
for everybody, it's a free parking space?
Yes.
So right now, as you pointed out, they have parking, they're going to keep parking, they're getting paid. Was that considered in the price that you paid to them to purchase them out, to buy them out?
What I didn't follow. I'm sorry.
Well, the fact that at the end of the day, they still have, it sounds like, designated free parking as opposed to, and they're being paid. So I kind of see the commissioner's point from the standpoint of they own something, when they get done, they have the same value that they had before, but they're getting paid.
They do have the same value, but again, there's the other 10 owners, not including the city, of course. One entity has 2 shares, so there's 9 basically property owners. One of those property owners doesn't even have any property around the parking lot itself, but there's about 6 other businesses that will have access, and then of course that serves the whole downtown. It's our core area. If we don't clean it up, we aren't going to be able to get those investors to come in and reinvest in our downtown. They drive by right now and they don't even want to park there because it's, yeah.
And I don't disagree with that. I mean, it's a horrible parking lot, needs upgrading, but it's, you know, it's like, so we wait till it gets bad enough where they force the city to buy them out and then get free access to a parking lot, which, hey, it's a great deal. I mean, so it's just a little frustrating that, you know, that they're getting something for nothing, I guess.
You know, and I don't know enough about this one. I would hope that when you appraise the value, maybe you didn't, maybe you just negotiated that some consideration was done. I know that we've heard talk about a little bit more transparency and coming forward in terms of CRAs, and I would hope that the legislature, as they're looking at things like TDT use, which are taxes imposed on those who come and visit our hotels, they would also look carefully at the use of CRA dollars that are taxes imposed on our local residents. So, and that's not a reflection of anything you're doing. There have been examples around the state and the region. So with that said, do you want to?
Last comment, for full disclosure, my appointment to the board did vote in the affirmative for the purchase, so you know, that's, so it was a unanimous vote from the CRA to purchase the property, so, you know, the transparency's there, I just, you know, I'm just not so excited about how it came down. So.
We did get a full appraisal, and that was part of the original plan back in 1993. It's just that it's taken 24 years for me to get back into the
You're not saying
game
the
to get this
appraisal was
rolling.
back in 1993, right?
No, this is only about a month and a half old.
Okay.